Since 2016, the world of Hawkins, Indiana has captivated audiences. Stranger Things has become a cultural phenomenon, blending supernatural horror, 80s nostalgia, and heartfelt moments. As fans eagerly anticipate the fifth season, wild whispers and speculations abound. However, there's a twist. Season 5 is not what you expect. Let's delve into the reasons why. Whether you're ready or not, it's time to bid farewell to the friendly neighborhood of Hawkins. The upcoming season promises to paint the town red, but not in a cheerful way. Apologies for being the bearer of unfortunate news, but the final chapter will unleash a true bloodbath. However, let's face it, deep down you knew this was coming, as devoted fans are well aware that this Netflix show has always played it safe. Throughout all 4 seasons, none of the main characters have met their demise. Yes, we felt the weight of Eddie's sacrifice in Season 4, as well as the losses of Bob, Chrissy, Billy and Barb. But they all played supporting roles. So far, the core cast has managed to escape unscathed, even those who have had terrifyingly close encounters with death, like Will. And for those who did meet their demise, spoiler alert, Hopper miraculously returned from the dead. Now, as much as we'd like the miracles to continue in Season 5, their luck may have finally run out. It's no secret that the stakes in the series have reached unprecedented heights. Hawkins, once an unassuming town where nothing ever happens here, has become the epicenter of a world-altering takeover. Everything has changed and blood will be spilled. Listen up, because this is worth noting. Even the main cast is on board. Millie Bobby Brown and Noah Schnapp, known as Eleven and Will, criticized the Duffer Brothers for being overly cautious, unwilling to shake up the core group. In response, the brothers reassured fans that they're not planning a Game of Thrones-style massacre. Nevertheless, major character deaths are now inevitable. And let me tell you, even though the showrunners are playing coy about the bloodshed, they did admit that the final season will be both epic and emotionally charged. If you thought Stranger Things was emotional before, get ready for the last season to leave you reaching for the tissues. And here's something interesting. It seems the tears have already started flowing in the studios. According to Sean Levy, the show's executive producer and director, when the brothers presented the 2-hour-long storyline for the final ride, not a single person remained dry-eyed. Everyone was in tears, and the same emotional fate awaits you. Both the cast and crew unanimously expressed the same sentiment. First and foremost, David Harbour, our beloved Sheriff Hopper, describes Chapter 5 as bittersweet, evoking a sense of melancholy. Sadie Sink, who portrays the recent victim Max, also speaks of the episode's unsettling and sorrowful nature. Let's not forget that things are not looking good for Max at the moment, as she lies in a coma, her whereabouts unknown to Eleven within her mind. This already raises alarm bells. Moreover, the tone of Stranger Things has taken a drastic turn towards the dark and macabre. While some may argue it was already dark, brace yourselves, for the showrunners will hold nothing back. There will be no time for light-hearted montages or joyous Dungeons & Dragons game festivities. Ross Duffer affirms this, stating that the opening scene will be emotionally charged and intense from the start. Everything has intensified to a greater degree. Prepare for a dark twist as a new post-apocalyptic vibe seeps into the story. The Netflix series goes all out, incorporating every sci-fi trope imaginable. Otherworldly creatures, a parallel universe emerging from beneath our feet, and an impending apocalypse. Season 4's closing scenes hinted at what's to come, with withered flowers, ominous cracks leading to the Upside Down, and a foreboding reddish-black smoke promising more evil. Fan theories suggest this was just a teaser for Season 5, possibly taking us into a future where the entire world mirrors this dystopian reality. Perhaps the infection will spread, and our team will face years of struggle. Stay tuned for a major reveal on this later. Despite the prolonged prep time, the world could transform into a post-apocalyptic realm right out of your sci-fi nightmares. The Upside Down is no longer the battleground. Vecna is now bringing the fight to Hawkins. Consequently, the mystery element takes a back seat as intense action takes the spotlight. The iconic Scooby-Doo vibes that defined the show will be absent, and it won't only involve the kids anymore. This progression makes perfect sense upon reflection. The government may have concealed the Hawkins lab disaster, the Mind Flayer's subterranean tunnels, and the Soviet takeover and battle at the Starcourt Mall. But how can it explain the fissures? The world won't easily believe they're mere earthquake byproducts. Season 4's ending, marked by toxic rain clouds, speaks volumes. With every unsuspecting resident of Hawkins witnessing the horrors lurking beneath their feet, they won't be as naive. Consequently, Hawkins, Indiana could potentially become a target for military occupation even before Vecna unleashes his true power. And no secret will remain hidden any longer. I understand that some of you may miss the investigative process from previous seasons, including myself. However, there are no more mysteries to uncover. It's time for a battle, a fight for survival. And our squad will undoubtedly need external assistance this time. Yes, some of that help might come from the same military bosses who initially doubted them. Cough, Lieutenant Colonel Jack Sullivan, cough. Perhaps he still holds 11 accountable. Nevertheless, the government has no choice but to step in, and everyone will unite for this fight. As I mentioned before, a battle of this magnitude cannot be resolved quickly. It may take years. This aligns with the show's current challenge, the rapidly growing cast of kids. Who am I kidding? They are all adults now, and they look nothing like they did in the first season. This is a recurring issue for any show centered around a young cast. They inevitably grow up. Even if the story requires them to remain frozen in time, no matter how rushed each season feels, it takes more than a year or two. And let's not forget about puberty, which can throw a curveball without warning. Season 4 already showcased the cast as lanky teenagers navigating the treacherous terrain of high school. It has been a year since the last chapter, and filming for the final season hasn't even begun. So, if you were hoping to see it by the end of summer 2023, I regret to inform you that you'll have to wait longer. Stranger Things Season 5 will undoubtedly require more than a year or two. Despite David Harbour's statement about shooting starting in June, that month has come and gone without any official updates in sight. On the contrary, the Duffer Brothers issued a statement revealing that the show's production has been affected by the Writer Guild of America strike. They require the writers not only before filming, but throughout the entire process. Since the writers are currently unavailable, this beloved show will inevitably face further delays. I know it's not the news you wanted to hear, and for that I apologize. Despite the inevitability of the cast's aging, a time jump emerges as the logical solution. Concerns about age were shared not only by fans but also by the showrunners who had already contemplated this issue. In June 2022, Ross Duffer seemingly confirmed their intention to implement a time jump. While shooting seasons 4 and 5 consecutively would have been more feasible, it unfortunately proved impossible. Consequently, the writers find themselves with little choice but to propel the narrative forward. Remember those fan theories speculating that it would take years to vanquish Vecna? They may not have been far off. It seems likely that we'll encounter an adult main cast rather than the children we first met in Season 1. This transition holds a certain sentimental value. Yet the show must go on, mustn't it? Perhaps we will witness them navigating adulthood, grappling with employment, and devising strategies to combat the imminent threat to the world. Imagine an Avengers Endgame scenario. Interestingly, some fans speculated that Stranger Things Season 5 might actually revisit the past instead of venturing into the future. Allow me to remind you that the Upside Down remains suspended in time on November 6, 1983, the very day Will Byers disappeared. The show did not disclose this detail merely for amusement. It undoubtedly serves as a significant plot twist. Notably, Noah has indicated that Will play a pivotal role in the upcoming season, tying everything back to him. Could it be possible for our beloved Hawkins kids to journey back in time akin to Endgame, and with the aid of CGI wizardry, revert to their younger selves, thwarting Vecna before he even makes his first move? Is such a scenario within the realm of possibility? Or am I merely fabricating theories? Alas, we must patiently await the release of Season 5 to uncover the truth. Thus, from the tantalizing tease of a dramatic time jump by the creators to ratcheting up the intensity to unprecedented levels, these are the reasons why Stranger Things Season 5 promises to present a wholly distinctive show.